Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back. Hope y'all are doing well. Hold on a second. Is this? Oh, just making sure if it was straight. There we go. Hope you guys are doing well. Barcelona versus Arsenal. Plenty of goals. A lot of goals, so that's a plus. Negatives, I wouldn't say that there are too many negatives. Just likes and dislikes, particularly when it comes to the players. And the first one that comes to mind is Rafinha. What the hell is Rafinha doing in Barcelona? I honestly was surprised when I saw him. I thought, with the transfer market in tow, I figured that he was going to be traded somewhere. I said no way is he there. To be honest, I didn't even really think about Rafinha up until I saw him in Barcelona. I was like, oh yeah, Rafinha. He's playing. Why is he in Barcelona? I just figured that they would trade him or loan him, especially with the season. It's his first season, if I'm not mistaken, right, for Barcelona. I don't think he had a good season. I still remember to the day, you would say. I think we can say it to the day last year when they came to play to the U.S. And they played, I'm not sure if it was his first game, one of his first games for Barcelona. And they played against Inter Miami. And right before that game, I knew very little of Rafinha. I made the mistake of watching YouTube videos and just being gleeful like a little schoolgirl. I was so ecstatic. Finally, a traditional winger, Brazilian, that's skillful, and I was ready. I was ready to be entertained, and nope, nothing happened that game. Well, I mean, he didn't have an awful game, but I saw some cracks. That's when I saw the first few cracks in what Rafinha has to offer, because there could have been the conditions of the field. It could have been it's preseason, first game jitters, playing for a big team, going from from Leeds to Barcelona. Could have been a lot of things. So I said I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. But then when finally I see the Champions League, Bayern versus Barcelona, and he's pitted against Alphonso Davies, I said this is perfect. Okay, this is going to be one hell of a match, and it was for Alphonso Davies. He had him in his pocket easily. It was the strangest thing to see, and how times have changed. He just put him to shame. A Canadian putting a Brazilian to shame. First of all, he didn't have the pace, and that's what blew me away. That was like one of the first things that I just couldn't believe. I thought he was speedy. He's got the frame. He looks like he could sprint, but not at all. Not at all. He could not keep up with Davies' speed, and he could not beat him. The one-on-one, he could not beat him. And then with the ball too, he was having a hard time. He didn't seem adept, especially being Brazilian with the ball. And those videos that I saw, what did I see? I mean, they're just highlight videos, but I was expecting something else. Come on, get out of here. I was expecting a little bit more, and I didn't get anything at all. So then I started watching some of the games in the Europa League when they played, and still, I don't see why Barcelona are keeping Rafinha around. This is someone that needs to be sold. You guys need to sell this guy, and it seems, by the looks of it, seems that he's going to stay. He's going to be part of Xavi's plans. I was mostly blown away by the fact when I read, it's articles, it's news. The media is always pumping out just exaggerated news or fake news. When they said Manchester City was thinking of buying him, get the hell out of here. Manchester City is going to buy him, like, to replace Mahrez of all players. Rafinha could not hold a candle to Mahrez. Get the hell out of here. And that's sad saying that. Times has changed, and yeah, no, definitely. Davies and Mahrez, way better. Different positions with Davies, I get that, but Mahrez is an elite player. He is a world-class player. Rafinha, no, you're not there. He's not there, so I was blown away by that. I had to get that out of the way. It was bugging me every time I was seen playing. Yes, he did score. It was a lucky goal, but still it was a goal, so credit to him. He almost scored at the beginning with I don't know if I'm saying his name right, Azazuli, the Moroccan. Really good. Never seen this kid play before. I was surprised that he had some pace. He was pretty quick. Because I thought Saliba was going to outrun him, outmuscle him, but he didn't. He managed to chase him all the way into the box, into the 16-yard box, but Azazuli was able to swing in the center. That should have gone in from Rafinha. Good block by Ramsdale, and of course Lewandowski, he's not going to miss from that position. Barcelona, I don't think they play bad, and I think fans are not over the 2010s Barcelona, late 2000s, early 2010 Barcelona. This is a completely different Barcelona. This is It reminds me of the 2000 Barcelona where they had like Kluivert, Rivaldo, Saviola, Zenden. I don't know if Overmars was there, but just a melange of, a mix of international players, and they never won a Champions League. They never won a Champions League with that amazing team. And on paper, this team is, amazing, both on the field and on the bench. The whole squad is, it's comprised of excellent players, including Rafinha. Like, it just looks really good, but they play a very different style of football, and it's going to take some time for Barcelona to get back. I think they're always going to be world class. They're always going to be playing either Europa or Champions League. It's a little bit sad for me because I grew up with that as well. It was always nice, thanks to that Barcelona, the 2000s, the Guardiola Barcelona, that football became known here. Even people that didn't know anything about football, the first team that they would cite anytime they would make a joke, crack a joke, or talk about anything that had to do with football, it was always Barcelona. It wasn't Real Madrid, it was always Barcelona for the most part. So I thought they played well. Arsenal played a little bit better. Arsenal looks good. If we're going to go off of these preseason friendly that Arsenal had, they look pretty good, but you never know. You go on to another competition, they're a domestic competition, and it might be a completely different thing for Arsenal. You never know. But they seem good. If we're going to go off of these games alone, it seems that Arsenal are going to do pretty well, and I'm looking forward. I'm really looking forward. For me, Barcelona, the one player that did stand out in the first half, because he only played the first half, was Araujo. I thought Araujo had a really good game. Yes, there was the handball. There was the handball and the miss from Bukayo Saka, but hey, it happens. But it was kind of embarrassing, that miss. It was just wide. Yeah, I don't know if you should be taking penalties. But besides the handball, the tackle, I have an issue with those tackle because I don't think it was a yellow, the one on Havertz, and then the one on Jesus that happened before, early on in the beginning. They seem like tackles that, I grew up with. I'm talking about the 2000s and even early 2010s where it was just part of the game. It's just normal. You wouldn't get a yellow for that, because there's no intention. There's no bad intention. Maybe the one against Jesus, there was, because he went for the legs first and then he fell to the ground. Whereas the one for Havertz, he slid in and then clipped him. I don't know. It's a friendly, and they're saying that it's an okay tackle. Yet these days, that's the kind of tackle that could get you sent off, depending on what instance of the game you're playing, especially if you're playing, depending on the context of the game as well. So it's like, I don't know, make up your mind, well, what's considered a tackle. To me, it was a clean, hard tackle. But Araujo, I thought, had a really good game. Dembele in the second half, just that's what I was expecting. When I'm speaking about Rafinha, I'm expecting Rafinha to play like Dembele. He's just gliding with the ball. Dembele had a chance to score, had a really good pass by Fati and hitting the post. His body feints and his movements, he just looks like he's ready. Dembele. Pedri, really nice to see Pedri back again. Haven't seen much of Pedri, but the times that I've seen Pedri play, Pedri's, how old is he? 21, 22, 23? Early 20s, and he plays like he's a veteran. That's that quality that I'm talking about. That's just like very different from the rest of the players. And I think Barcelona have missed him, and I'm happy that he's back. I think he's going to make a big difference now that he's back. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he doesn't get injured and he's okay. Lewandowski also had a pretty good game. The guy that I said, the Moroccan, it was interesting to see him play. He was playing really good at the beginning, but then towards the end of the first half, he kind of slowed down a little bit. For Arsenal, Trossard, the Simpsons character, every time I see Trossard, he looks like I haven't seen The Simpsons in like 10, 15 years, but when I see Trossard, I don't know, I feel like watching a Simpsons episode. But Trossard fits in perfectly. I wasn't that big of a fan of Trossard coming into Arsenal, but he seems to be adapting really, really well. Two really good goals, the one from Tierney, the cross, and him just redirecting the ball to the first post. And then the one where 5 Barcelona players were hovering around him, and he just decided to shoot it. And I think it went through the legs of Koundé, and to the second post. Really good from Trossard. Saka, my guy, you finally took the ball down the line. The first one that he did that was with Christensen. Well, both. He did it with Christensen, and he outpaced him because he's faster. He dribbled past him. He got the center. And then the second one, 2 minutes later, 2 minutes later, he tried dribbling him. Christensen didn't fall for the dribble, but he did outmuscle him. So right there, pace, strength, you have what it takes, man. It's just, I don't know, he just prefers his left foot over his right foot. Naturally, that makes sense, but my God, you got to switch things up a little bit. And he was able to get the center in for Odegaard, and Odegaard the header to Havertz, and Havertz putting it back of the net. That was a nice combination from Arsenal. What's his name? Vieira with the goal. I don't think I've ever seen. I don't think if he's ever scored. Has he ever scored in the Premier League, or I don't know, besides training? Really good goal. Reminded me of Messi. Those are the kind of goals that Messi scores. I can't remember his first name, but Torres from Barcelona. That used to play in Manchester City. Really good goal. Crossing it, a mistake from holding. He just got in and he lost the ball. I think it was Dembele that fed Torres for the cross shot, and that was able to be the last goal for Barcelona. I thought Balde had a good game too. Just his pace. Really good game. Really fun game, entertaining game. Second half, yeah, it slowed down a little bit for me, for my liking at least. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay tuned for future videos, and I'll see you guys in the next match. Peace.